Yeah,
Andrew,
are you glad that Charlie's that he was unalive?
I sure am.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I knew that you would be.
Andrew,
So that's what I wanted to get out of
I
you
love when
more than
atheists
anything.
try and say
Oh,
that
also,
we weren't held.
I'm not ashamed of
Hold on.
that. So.
You're not
I do
ashamed
wanna
of the
say
fact that you wanted a good man to get murdered,
He
assassinated
was
in front
not
of
a
us.
good man.
You care so much about children, but not his.
He was
Andrew,
not a
Andrew,
good
I'm about to
man.
prove. Andrew,
Yeah,
I'm
rest
about to
in
prove.
hell, Charlie Kirk. Rest in
I,
hell.
I, I'm about
Knew
to,
it.
I'm about to prove.
Knew it.
Hold on.
That's not cool.
Number
I
one.
just want to
Rest
have a
in
letter
hell,
day.
Charlie Kirk.
Hold on.
You're
Hold on.
looking
Number
up
one.
on all
No.
of us.
Andrew Wilson destroys this insane woke leftist over protecting the life of the unborn. In this heated debate, as Andrew Wilson defends Charlie Kirk's argument over protecting the life of the unborn while exposing the lunacy of this modern woman and the woke left for being happy that Charlie Kirk was unalived. Let's get in.
What is your age, Andrew?
I'm 41.
This dude rich.
All right, go ahead. And why are you so famous? Go ahead.
I don't know. I didn't know I was. Maybe they have me confused with somebody else. Yeah, so I wanted to engage in the prompt from Kirk's perspective. So I think that leftists are utilizing this to vilify him and say that it's some kind of justification for his unaliving. What he was saying here was completely logically consistent. If it's the case that you believe that life begins at conception, you could not then say that even if this horrific thing happened to a 10-year-old, that would then create a justification to end a life due to the horrible thing that happened to her.
But I'm more so concerned with sentience rather than life at consumption.
Yeah, but you just
Wilson.
but hang on, you just got done saying morality is subjective, so who cares what you think?
Wait. Andrew Wilson? Is that
Yes,
you?
that's him.
I've heard your voice before.
I heard his voice. This is that dude. That's why he's so famous.
Hey, Andrew, can I ask you a question here, brother? Could you, I know you probably like to make jokes, but who are you? In all seriousness, who are you?
I'm just a nobody from nowhere, bro. I'm just here to have a conversation with you guys.
I recognize his voice.
I got you, man.
I recognize his voice.
Yeah,
That's why he's famous.
The voice definitely sounds familiar. It's definitely familiar.
So anyway, yeah, back to this. When you say
children that are raped should have children, right?
well, could you tell me is that objectively immoral?
I would say no.
No. So then let me tell you. I want to tell you guys something about a small island called Papua New Guinea. There are warriors in this island called the Cum Warriors of Papua New Guinea, and what they do is they fill up young boys with semen. That's what they do. Not kidding. You can look this up. If you think I'm trolling, you can look it up right now. They're called the Cum Warriors of Papua New Guinea. And this is part of their culture, right? And this has obviously been fascinatingly studied as much as it could be. Could you tell me right now if what those people are doing is wrong? Is it wrong for them to do that?
I would offer the same argument of YT people cannibalizing mummies as a delicacy. Do you think that is okay?
No, well, I have an objective standard that I would appeal to.
Well, because that would be cultural relativism. So, I mean, if that's your argument, then
that
you
would
have
be
to
you
take
being
accountability.
culturally.
The YT people have been acting
Sure,
on
yeah, all cannibalism bad.
tendencies for
Sure,
many years.
yeah, all cannibalism bad. However, it wouldn't just be YT people. Native Americans engaged in cannibalism.
No, it was mostly European.
No, it mostly wasn't Europeans actually who engaged
their own people.
What are you talking about? Hang on.
Show me a citation.
Yeah, okay. You want to see what the color is of most headhunters who exist? Most of them are Oriental or black, not YT. Would you like for me to demonstrate that? Because I can.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so let's take a look at where the geographical location of headhunters are. They're in Asia. That's the geographical location of most headhunters. A headhunter being
okay, but
no,
what about,
hang on.
what
Would
about
you
the
say that
Europeans
Asia
that
is a
cannibalize
very
mummies?
hang on,
What
am I allowed to make an
about the
argument
Europeans
before
that
you spur
cannibalize mummies? Why
before
was
you
that
spur
okay?
we can
Why
talk
was
about
that
it.
okay?
I'm not saying it's okay. Who said it's okay?
He wins. He can't even tell me why cannibalism
Who said who said it's okay? Nobody said it was okay. And certainly not me. That would not adhere to my moral standards. What do you mean?
Yeah, because you can't even answer the question if a 10-year-old should go through with having a baby if they're raped.
If you want to be logically consistent, you believe that the life begins there, then how is he actually inconsistent? What would create the justification, if that really is life, let's just assume for a second his position that it is. How could you then justify doing something more immoral?
I ascribe to Darwinism, and I feel like he.
Yeah, I'm asking you. Look here. How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
Say again. What do you
How
mean?
would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
Probably not well.
Okay, so then I know you can engage in a hypothetical. So I'm asking you to assume Charlie's position. To assume Charlie's position, he believes that life begins at conception. Let's assume he's right. So then, could you, from Charlie's position, explain to me how it would be that even if it was a 10-year-old who got pregnant, how you could create the justification to eliminate that child if it could be born safely? How could you do that?
Because it's a child.
Yeah, so you're just saying that doesn't tell me anything, though. What would actually create the justification here?
Andrew,
Answer my question before you ask me
one.
Have you
ever been sexually assaulted?
Yes, I have been sexually assaulted by women. Yes,
sexually assaulted.
yes,
Okay,
live,
so
live. In
imagine
fact,
you
in
got
front of
pregnant from
hundreds of thousands.
No, imagine you got pregnant from that sexual assault. What would you want us to do?
What does this have to do with anything?
Because I'm putting you in the subjective shoes of women.
Why? What would that have to do with my question to you, though?
Yeah, but Andrew, but let me kind of.
No. Let her answer. If you adopted,
No.
if you adopted,
haven't even answered the prompt, Andrew.
I did. Not only have I answered
didn't.
the prompt,
Tell
but
me. So, do you
I'm
think a 10-year-old
asking.
baby should be forced to give birth to
Okay,
a rapist
yeah.
baby?
If it's the case that you believe,
Okay, perfect. That's your answer.
if it's the case that you believe that life begins at conception,
That's pretty wild.
what I'm
for someone
asking
who's
for
been
you to do.
raped
What?
To say that.
I didn't say I was. Who said I was raped?
You said you were sexually assaulted.
That's not the same. Do you know that words have meaning?
So what was it?
Words have
my therapist
meanings.
said to me once?
Words
they said
have meanings.
Sexual assault on men is so confusing because they actually they copulate, so they enjoy it in some way. Women were different.
Okay, that's nice. So anyway, back to this. I would like you to adopt Charlie Kirk's position here. He believes life begins at conception. So he's thinking, from his view, this child is alive. The second the egg is fertilized, it's alive. He values that life as much as he does a normal human life from his paradigm. You're in his paradigm, not yours. Now, a 10-year-old gets pregnant through a horrible act, and it's his own daughter, in fact, in this case. Horrible act that this has happened. What actually would create the justification, though, from his paradigm to kill a person? Because that's what you're actually asking him to do.
To actually be a good father and make the right choice.
Yeah, but how would that be the right?
Like,
you're not even engaging. Like, do you just not understand what I'm saying?
Because you guys
Put down below if you can follow Andrew Wilson's trail of logic, because it's pretty simple to do. But this is one of the biggest and most aggravating issues of having to deal with a woke leftist or anyone anywhere near the far left, is that they will always refuse to even entertain the idea of a different worldview or a different perception during an argument. They just won't do it because they're just going to judge you from an elitist or a moralist perspective. Oh, you think this or whatever like that, but they don't want to understand the logic and the reasoning behind it, because then all of a sudden you would actually have to have a conversation and a real debate because, okay, this guy's got a point. I might not agree with it, but he has a point. And then you go from there. Leftists never want to concede any ground. So they will never entertain the idea of looking at anything from a Christian world perspective in order to understand a different person. It doesn't mean you agree with them. It just means you can understand what they are saying and understand their argument. But they don't ever want to do that because everyone else is an ist, or they have an ism, and we're the good people and we're the moralists and everyone else is bad, so you don't even have to entertain their argument. You know, it's all of this garbage and nonsense. And yeah, it really makes it almost impossible to have a real debate with anybody like this, which is why the left is just eating itself, because they can't convince anybody to join them anymore now that shaming and attacking everybody no longer wins elections. But hit that like button if you think this woman's a lunatic, and hit that notification bell. It helps the algorithm. Let's get back in.
They're all fucking. You guys want 10-year-olds to have babies?
Do you
by
not
birth?
understand what I'm saying?
I'll engage.
Do you not understand?
Like,
why don't you even understand what I'm saying? Can you even engage with what I'm saying?
Andrew,
Because I'm not
completely
indoctrinated
understand.
by weird religious cults.
Yeah, I'm
So-
not asking you to be
Yes, you
indoctrinated
are.
by
Yes,
anything.
you
I'm
want me
asking
to-
you
yes,
to
you want me
assume
to-
the
you want me to
opposition
say
worldview.
It's okay for a child to be raped and have the baby.
You can't even tell me that that's objectively wrong.
Yeah, but Andrew, how about
I've already said it multiple times that it's objectively and subjectively
wrong.
How
is it objectively wrong if you don't believe in objective morality?
I never said I don't believe in objective morality.
Yes, you did. You said you only believe.
No, I said morality is subjective to the person, but I do think that rape is one of those things that I think we could all agree is wrong.
Okay,
hang on.
Objective means that it's not mind dependent.
I know what objective and subjective
means not mind dependent. So you're saying the morality is not mind dependent?
I don't feel that Charlie was a good person.
Answer my question. I don't feel like Charlie was a good person. It's not an argument, lady. Can you answer my question?
What he said about his 10-year-old daughter.
Can you answer my question? I asked you. You actually believe morality is not mind dependent?
Who muted him?
Do you actually believe morality is not mind dependent? Yes or no?
I think it's dependent on experience.
So mind? It's dependent on the mind?
No, it's dependent on your experience.
That would require a mind.
No, because you could have a mind and still experience life differently.
Yes, but that would still require a mind, you dipshit.
You make 0 sense, but go ahead.
Okay, no. I make total sense. If you have experience, you have mind, right? Or else how could you have an experience?
So are you telling me that
No, answer my question, lady. Answer my question, lady. Oh my God.
Listen to me.
You're allergic to answering questions.
Listen to me, Andrew. So you're telling me that a 10-year-old's mindset is the same as a 25-year-old?
No one said anything about that. I'm asking you.
That's exactly what you're
I'm asking you if morality is based on human minds or not.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Andrew.
Let her answer the question. What do you mean it depends on where they're at in life? What does that mean? Is morality dependent on human minds or isn't it?
But I feel like Andrew, you're dancing around.
I'm not dancing around anything.
No, hold on. You just talk. Hold on. Let me respectfully rebut. First of all, I'm not a leftist. I'm actually a registered independent. I'm actually down the middle on most things. I have stuff I'm conservative about, and I have stuff I'm liberal about. And I feel like most humans should think the same way, but that's regardless. You all automatically came in here and started generalizing people, saying the leftists believe that.
So what?
Inherently contradicting your. What do you mean? So what?
Yeah, there's no contradiction, dude. Contradiction is A and not A. That would be a contradiction.
Okay, but Andrew, at the end of the day, I feel like some questions are a simple yes or a no, and I feel like you're dancing around it. How about you just give me a simple yes or a no?
From my worldview, no, I would not make a 10-year-old. I would not force her to have an abortion. No.
Okay, and you know what? We could have avoided all that if you just.
I answered it 50 times, dork. Now answer my question. Now answer my question. Now answer mine. Is morality based on human minds or not?
I think that's definitely part of it because, like you said, if you have.
What do you mean part of it? Is it based on that or not?
It is part of the human mind.
I just literally agree.
So yes, it's part of the human mind.
Yes.
So then we just make this shit up.
What are we making up here?
You're just making up morality. It's just based on whatever your subjective mind interpretation is, yeah?
Yeah, because thoughts manifest reality.
Thoughts manifest reality?
I know. It's way more logical to believe in a white guy in the sky. I know.
Oh, yeah, your Earth Daddy's calling you. So wait a second. I just want to make sure I got this right. If all morality is just based in human minds, and that would just mean that it's subjective, and so we just make it up. And so if that's the case, you can't even say what Charlie Kirk is saying here is immoral. You can't even say that.
Yeah, but then here's the thing.
He's gone. He's looking up on all of us, so, oh well.
Yeah, but
that's
Andrew,
life
how
for
about
you.
this?
Andrew, are you glad that Charlie's, that he was on alive?
I sure am.
Yeah, I knew that you would be. So that's what I wanted to get out of you more than anything.
I'm not ashamed of that.
You're not ashamed of the fact that you wanted a good man to get murdered, assassinated in front of us. You care so much about children, but not his.
Hey, Andrew, I'm about to put.
Yeah, rest in hell, Charlie Kirk. Rest in hell.
Knew it. Knew it.
Hold on. That's not cool.
Number one.
Rest in hell, Charlie Kirk.
Hold on.
You're looking up on all of us.
Can I finish real quick? Number one, I think that we all have respect for each other, right?
No, I don't have any respect for this woman who said this. That's
fair enough,
horrific. Horrific.
But I will say,
I don't know about you folks, but all of these people who are talking to Andrew Wilson, they all just seem stupid. They don't understand what he's saying. They're not following the argument. Their own arguments don't even make sense. And this woman, yeah, I mean, she feels the way a lot of people on the left feel. They are glad that Charlie Kirk is, he's gone. They're glad he got shot. And they are so happy about it. They are so open and free that they are free to express their hatred of a man who is simply trying to, from his perspective, protect the unborn. Like, that's all he's trying to do. And these leftists, like Andrew Wilson is exposing, they don't want to listen to your side. They don't care about your worldview or perspective. It's always going to be through theirs because they are the elitist and the moralist right. They are the righteous, and they won't even entertain anybody's idea. There is no tolerance on the left for a divergence of opinion. There is no tolerance for anyone going against their narrative. They are always going to assume it based on their worldview. And that's why you can't talk to these people. You just can't talk. And now you end up with these people happy that now people are being unalived and assassinated. Folks, crazy world we live in, but glad we have people like Andrew Wilson to expose these idiots for the hateful bigots that they are. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, folks. I appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.